Fans gathered to remember Atlanta rapper Trouble. Trouble, whose real name was Mariel Orr, was shot and killed on June 5th at an apartment in Rockdale County. During tonight's vigil at Rodney Cook Park in Northwest Atlanta, the crowd listened to the rapper's music and remembered all he did for the community. The community vigil followed funeral services earlier today for Trouble. Friends and family gathered inside the House of Hope Atlanta in Decatur to say their final farewell.
I ain't get to tell my boy thank you, so I won't tell Trouble thank you. He always supported me, you know.
Jichael Jones is in custody and has been charged in Trouble's death. Deputies say he was the ex-boyfriend of the man who lived in the apartment where the shooting happened.
Like a thief in the night, I take anything but some. All right, yeah. So, what the hell happened? Because last I checked, this happened.
The man arrested in the deadly shooting of Atlanta rapper Trouble will spend years behind bars. He pled guilty today as part of a deal with prosecutors.
Investigators say the rapper died in 2022 from a gunshot wound while trying to break up a fight. Fox 5's Kim Leffler joins us from Rockdale County with more. Kim?
Yeah, jury selection for Jichael Jones was set to begin today, but instead court documents show he made a deal with prosecutors to enter that guilty plea. He was also sentenced to 20 years behind bars. Jichael Jones pled guilty to voluntary manslaughter Friday in the death of Atlanta rapper Trouble. Jones initially faced several charges, including malice and felony murder, aggravated assault, and possession of a firearm and commission of a crime. Those other charges were dropped as part of the plea. Rockdale County Sheriff Eric Levitt spoke with reporters after Jones turned himself in shortly after the shooting in 2022.
Mother turned the son on to one of my sergeants, who began to talk to him and convince Mr. Jones to turn himself in. His mother was a huge resource in helping us apprehend him. Nobody wakes up in the morning wanting a bad outcome.
The shooting happened in June of 2022 at the Lake St. James apartment complex in Conyers. Investigators say Jones used to live there and broke up with his girlfriend right before the shooting. That morning, officials say Jones forced his way into her apartment, found Trouble in the woman's bed, and began hitting her. Investigators say when Trouble, whose real name was Mariel Orr, tried to stop the assault, he was shot. Jones later turned himself in.
We've accomplished what we need to accomplish, is to get someone off the street for committing a crime such as this.
Jones will receive credit for time he's already served in jail since his arrest in June of 2022. Live this evening in Rockdale County, Kim Leffler, Fox 5 News.
All right. So we got to get into it because this don't make any sense on my behalf. Now, I have a relationship, like we cool with Doug Weinstein, but I know ATP, attorney-client privilege, or ACP, pardon me, attorney-client privilege, ACP. He ain't finna say anything unless he's permitted to, and Bruce don't like talking to the media. So there's that. If y'all want more further into the inner workings of the court and what happened, go check out Infamous Sylvia's page, and she'll have that for y'all as far as the mother, the sister coming up and talking and all this stuff and everything like that. But it's one thing that throws me all the way off, right? How you break into a house and you start firing on a woman, and next thing you know, no disrespect how I say this, and I'm not even, like, I'm not trying to be funny or nothing like that, bro, but Trump had to, Scoob had to get up, bro, and literally be like, what the hell? Like, you know what I mean? Like, imagine you just got down, and I know who the woman is. I'm not going to put her name out there. We cool and all. We've been cool for years. But, bro, how you wake up, y'all did what y'all did, and then you see this woman getting fired on. Man, listen, and cuz would have kept it P. This ain't your house. You already moved out. You had to break into. Now, granted, the law can say, he still stayed there. He had 30 days to get his stuff, so technically it's still his dwelling, so there's no such thing as breaking and entering your own dwelling. So in that instance, I think that's where he has it at. But it's one of those things where, unfortunately, it's gonna boil down to, and I hate to say it this way, crime of passion, right? So he essentially, J. Mike got hit, or basically said, all right, I'm going to sign off with manslaughter. So let me help y'all out real quick. Manslaughter is the unlawful killing of a person without malice or premeditation. It's a crime that's less culpable than murder. Now, there's involuntary manslaughter, which is not true, and I'll tell y'all why he didn't get involuntary manslaughter. And he got voluntary manslaughter. So voluntary manslaughter is killing someone in the heat of passion or in response to provocation. Heat of passion, you see this gorgeous woman laid out, and you see this rapper who get all the girls, and now he done got your girl. And then you got involuntary manslaughter, which this doesn't qualify for at all, where it says negligently causing someone's death. Now, if they want to say in the midst of school grabbing him and everything like that, he grabbed his gun or something, and then that gun accidentally went off and killed him, then we still can go for that. But then that would, you would border on self-defense and all this BS. Like, it's a lot of stuff they can get away with. I ain't gonna lie. That's that money. That's some good lawyers. That's what that is. Because there's no way in hell it just went from domestic abuse all the way to goddamn, man, come on, bro. Something just don't feel right, right? Am I wrong? End of the day, one man's dead. Shotty gonna be out here doing whatever she do. And J. Mike gonna spend about more than likely like 12 years in prison. And he'll be out, and he gotta deal with the consequences of whatever happens after that. Now, if I'm J. Mike, as soon as I get out, bro, I'm leaving Georgia as a whole. I'm switching time zones. I'm moving to like Idaho or something like that. You feel me? Idaho, Montana, North Dakota, South Dakota, Iowa, you feel me? Colorado, Montana, you know, I'm Utah, I'm moving New Mexico, any of those places. There you go. Perfectly fine. You'll be safe there. Everywhere else, I don't know, bro. But this just got wrong written all over it. RIP to Trouble, man. RIP School. But it just don't feel right, man. And maybe there's things that we just didn't know. It has to be. It ain't no maybe. There's things that we just don't know. You're going to rely on the woman that was there getting punched on, but is she going to tell the full truth? Then, from how it's going to be painted, you got to be able to convince the jury a certain thing. So I'm pretty sure there's text messages. There's a lot of things that said that we just don't know, that aren't offered up to the public, but it still feel wrong, bro. So do I think Trouble got justice? No. Do I think that J. Mike got the better end of the deal? Yeah. J. Mike is Jichael, if y'all didn't know, the person who killed him. Like, everybody called Jichael J. Mike. Everybody called Trouble Scoob. And, you know, anybody I know with the name Trouble, I'll automatically call him Trub. But that's just me. So, like I said, I don't think that he got justice at all today. But, hey.